The Universal Library. We all strive for peace and happiness in the world. We fasten upon objects outside and fail to obtain what we cherish so sincerely. Our approach is wrong. We have to fasten upon our own inside. There is a world inside, and that world is of perpetual joy and comfort. But the pity is that we are not able to recognize it. Swami Vivekananda has said, "The universal library of the world is within us." But we hardly realize the truth in our life. Why? Because we do not look inside. We do not fasten upon the inner life. It must be borne in mind that though we are individuals, we have emanated from the Divine Being. He lives in all of us. As we look inside, as we fasten upon the inner life, let us see that divinity, that connecting link that should cast off all differences and conflicts. Hence, this looking inside is not journeying towards selfishness, but is really reaching out all in the universe so as to be one with all, singing a song of endless joy and harmony, a song shared by all, really a life of sweet silence. What a glorious idea! Let us try to work it out in life. The wave of bliss is consciousness of the one whole, true life, as we should see, helped by our intelligence, devotion and penetration. But how to secure this life as our own? Keep God always in your thoughts and dreams. All evils find food and source in the mind. The mind is to be purified. Mind purified will originate pure actions. These actions will be towards constructing certain things that matter in life. This is the prescription for a happy life of sweet silence, God manifestation in all our life, to make the world an abode of abiding peace and harmony. Let us strive for it. The sages and the great seers have been declaring again and again from direct experience that the perishable is not the real and that the real is unseen. Life here does not lie here itself. The goal, the aim of, is not to be sought in the means itself. The ideal is different from the process. The individual's existence on earth is not a true existence but only a process or becoming at once something else. No being here can say that he is a real being, for being is what does not change or die, whereas everyone experiences such violent constant changes in himself that he cannot but feel that he dies to himself incessantly. Hence, one has to realize the intransient character of one's phenomenal existence as an entity separated from life of the universe. The world is the field of training for the eternal life, the purgatory for the sin-hardened individual, the deserter of truth, the killer of the self, the wanderer among phantasms. Worldly life is not perfection, even as hell is not heaven. Purgatory is not salvation. The world and the body are ladders and steps to the lofty realization of God, who is called Self, Atman, Brahman, etc. Even as a height cannot be climbed without actual movement upwards, liberation from the thraldom of samsara is not possible without purushartha and sadhana. Sadhana requires the sadhaka to first establish himself in the discriminative conviction that the relative universe of names and forms is a fiction created by the process of thinking, and that, therefore, there is nothing worth having either in the external or in the internal world. Knowing this, the aspirant approaches the sources of wisdom, scriptures and the Guru, whereby he will acquire the knowledge of what is eternally unchanging and real in the absolute sense. The paths of the different yogas chalk out the method towards which he is inclined through temperament, though he effectively synthesizes them for practical purposes in life. The important factor to be noted in all the yogas is that the sadhaka has to overcome countless oppositions in the form of self-deception, delusion, passion, ambition, agitation, ignorance, sleep and various forms sensuality and egotism. The entire sadhana is practically the method of the destruction of these evil propensities of the animal and the human nature. Once this is achieved, the positive aspect of sadhana flows of its own accord and does not require much effort. When the clouds are dispersed, the sun shines by itself.